Oh, Brenda. Two oh four, good morning. Morning, Russell, Jim. Boy, it's been an eventful morning here. My week just keeps getting down, further down and further down. At exactly 5 o'clock this morning, the electric went off all over my area. Zero power. And here I am back in an electric power chair with my feet up. And I had to get out of it. I had to scooch and push and push and push and cushion. Man, I finally got out of it, but then I was out in the total darkness. So, but I survived. Good morning, Ed.
Morning, Paul.
How you doing?
Good, good, good. Oh, sorry to hear that. But you got out okay?
Yeah, it took me a while to reset all my computers and reset the clocks, and it just was a horrendous morning.
Good morning, everybody on the chat.
But we're here.
Good morning, Sunstar, Russell, Jim. As long as you're okay, that's the main part.
Yep. Hey, Russell. Yeah, I didn't know if I was going to get out of that chair or not, but I did.
Good morning, Joe.
Good morning.
Mr. Captain Joe. Sorry.
Good morning, Joe.
Well, Joe's good. Don't even have to Mr. He ain't even captain, just Joe's good. So that power chair doesn't have like a manual way to take it down?
No.
That's stupid. That's a stupid thing.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to ask you, Paul, if you did handle like a wood handle, like those flips.
Wow. Yeah, that doesn't make sense that it doesn't have like you can't pull this thing and it go down automatically.
No, it doesn't. Because it's 100% power.
Well, I understand, but
So
like
if
I
it's got
said,
no electricity, and
it should be some kind of release though.
there's no quick release from when you're in the chair. You can fold the chair up and get to the mechanisms, but no.
So if you don't, in other words, what I'm trying to say, if you're sitting in the chair, there's not a little thing you can pull out
No.
and lean back.
No. No, it's fully electric adjusted. There isn't any manual adjusting.
But you just said they had you could do the chair and get to the mechanism.
On the very back, I flip up the hatch, and you can see all the electronics.
Yeah, that to me that's a bad design because it should have something on the side that you ought to be able to reach over and do it, because you're going to get some guy in there in worse condition than you is going to be stuck in there for days.
Oh yeah, you probably they'd
so-
find you dead in that chair.
But that's the small stuff, losing electricity.
Boy, it's dark at 5 in the morning too.
Oh, I agree. It is dark at 3 in the morning when it goes out too. I've had to go out in the middle of the night. That's why I always have a flashlight next to the bed.
Well, you know what I thought about was I should have one of those little generators like you got, that wouldn't help the whole house, you know? I
Well,
do
you
have
got
a whole
out
house
long.
generator, but I haven't run it in a while, and I tried to start it the other day and I couldn't get it to start. What I need to do is spend the $7,000 or $8,000, which I don't have, and get a Generac system, because my neighbor next door, he's got Generac, and as soon as it went out, his generator started right up. Because it works on natural gas.
Right.
But I went and looked at Generac generators, and they're anywhere from $5,000 to $7,000 to $8,000.
Yeah. Yeah, they're too much money.
Wow.
If you're building a brand new house, it's good to just add it to it, you know?
Well, besides that, you have to install it so that it puts the electricity into the house, you know?
Yeah, they do that. That they won't put it in unless they install it like that.
Hey, Paul,
So
when it's
where I'm
night,
going for, that's not it. That's not the place. That's where I'm at. Well, that's even worse.
Boone wants to
30
go.
mile an hour winds where I'm going to fly.
ooh. Oh, that drone is made for 45, right?
That's made for about 38, 40.
What?
That should be good. It's wide open spaces. I may get high wind warnings, but I'm gonna be wide open. And I'm not doing a lot of stuff with it. And I'm not going really too far with it.
Plus, you'll be above the trees anyway, so.
Oh, yeah.
You don't talk.
And all I'm planning on doing basically is I'm gonna find a little section I'm gonna do at a time and just kind of get a good shot of a picture of it, then bring it over to the side, just do like a little orbit like, and then I'll go to the next section and do it, you know, and get a couple. Then I'm gonna try to get a one shot of the whole property, like a panoramic, and then one good shot of the whole property.
Cool.
That's the only thing I'm worried about. The wind's pop. If it was here, I couldn't fly here. On our lakefront right now, we're getting 47 mile an hour winds.
Good morning, Johnny.
Johnny, what's up?
Boone's out chasing my buddy squirrels out in the backyard again.
Well, good thing is when he chases them all off, you're gonna save all that money for peanuts.
Oh, they come back because they know I love my squirrels. I feed them.
Well, you need
So-
to save your money for a Generac. Don't worry about the squirrels.
Yeah.
You know, so squirrels. Too bad. You go find your own food now.
Paul, I had an idea. You said
What's
your
that?
neighbor has a generator, right?
Yeah.
At nighttime, when they're sleeping, grab your extension cord and go plug into theirs.
Well, it's not a plug-in. It's a regular system.
Oh, I guess that doesn't work.
Just tie into it, go underground, and don't let them know.
Yeah. Well, the thing of it is my house draws a lot of electric. My electric bill is like $400 or $500 a month.
That's because you got like every computer in the world on.
Not only that, I also take care of the upstairs and everything they've got. It's all paid for through my electric. I have
Yeah,
one
they
bill.
should have to. They should have $100 at least added onto that. And then you got everything electric going on all the time, all day long.
Good morning, Johnny.
I'm
That's
not
not bad.
talking to Johnny. I'm mad
That's
at
not
Johnny
bad.
Why are
That's
you
not
mad at
bad, Joe.
Johnny?
because Johnny shows me a picture of crawfish and shrimp and potatoes and corn, and he just shows it to me. You know, he didn't invite me.
He didn't even invite you for supper, right?
No,
So
What a guy.
Johnny was cooking.
no, he didn't cook. He bought it at the store.
Oh,
They had a 19.99 special. Let me find it. A 19.99 special that
What a nice friend, Johnny.
I'm telling you. He said I forgot. Oh, he said to him on the phone.
hang on a second. Come on, Boone. Boone. Come on,
Let that dog alone.
Boone.
The dog's fine. If I get it today and get it done, I'll get it to you tomorrow before the meet. Yeah, I got all the team pictures, all the individual pictures sitting over there. And I'm not putting them in the folders because it's too hard to take them, to open the folders, to put the team picture in. And the team picture's hung up between here and Dallas somewhere. It's been in Dallas for 5 days. It's aggravating the hell out of me. Every time I get something like the pictures that go through Dallas, it takes 2 or 3 extra days.
Johnny, that's not nice.
I know it's getting hard to like you too, Johnny. That's what I told him when he sent it to me. Yeah, huh? Let's see. But that's the picture right
Wow.
there. That's
Oh,
crawfish and corn and shrimp and potatoes. It was $19.99 at the store, 6 pounds.
That's a lot.
Oh yeah.
we have a restaurant here too. It's called Captain Boyle, I think. It's all seafood fish. They bring a big pot and just dump it on top of the table.
Well, but is that store near you, Joe?
Oh yeah, they're all over. But it's a special they put on. It's on again this week. So I'm gonna go check today when I come back. And if they have it today, I'll just grab it and put it in the refrigerator and heat it up tomorrow.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
not, I'll just go get it. I'll go early in the morning and see if I got one.
And don't invite Johnny over for supper either.
Oh, no, it ain't happening. So did y'all see that video? Did I show y'all that video of that Mavic 3 the guy was flying along the lakefront the other day with the
I don't,
waves?
no, I don't remember.
No.
Well, he's flying along the lakefront, and the lake's crazy, waves flying all over the place, and it just misses his Mavic 3, right? So the guy decides to keep flying it. I'm gonna show you the video. This is the video right here along the lake. Watch.
Wow,
Watch
look at
this.
that.
Watch this next wave.
Whoa!
Oh, wow, that's a close.
Yep.
Did it go down?
It sleeps with the fishes.
Uh-huh.
He was able to get it out. He was able to get it out and everything, but it's dead.
Wow.
But that's salt water
Oh man.
and no carry fresh. I'd send it back anyway because chances are they'll do like $900, $800, something like that, and fix it. Because that's how they do it. Because somebody lost it was either Alex or Al or somebody lost a Mavic 3 Pro. It was a flyaway,
Yeah.
and in the flyaway on the carry fresh, instead of charging the full amount, they charge them like 900. And I put in the thing. I said that sucks, and I said next time stay a little bit higher and use your zoom. He could have
Yeah,
used the zoom and been 40 feet in the air, and it would look the same way.
That's what I was about to say. It was his fault too because he was going too low.
It was called pilot error. most crashes are pilot error.
That would have been a nice shot if it would have survived, though. If you would have made it right through.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Lance in the room. Somebody let him in.
I'm
Okay.
trying to figure out, I'm showing you this because this is the prices at Best Buy over in Sarnia. That's Canadian pricing. So what
Right.
would the American pricing be?
15 something. Yeah, because that one right there, $15.99, I think it is American.
What are you looking at?
The Air 3S combo.
20.
That's a good deal.
What,
Yeah,
2059?
that's the combo with the screen and everything.
You said 1,500.
Yeah, but that's in the United States. In Canada, it's 2059.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah, but it's still 1,500 U.S. money.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like 15.99 or something like that.
Thinking about crossing the border or something?
No, I just was curious because, well, who was it? They were talking about it yesterday about the Canadian pricing. The Canadian dollar is only worth like
69 cents.
69 cents American.
Yeah.
But
Well,
everything's
they came out
priced accordingly. So
Yeah.
so what is 1,500? And opposed to the 59 cents. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
It's
I
probably
don't
close.
always. Yeah, I don't always. Say that the Canadian money isn't worth as much. They don't pay as much either, so it equals itself out ish.
But that Flymore kit is available over there in Sarnia.
Yeah.
Go get it, Paul. Go get it.
Oh,
Joe said
no.
so.
He just got it on his truck.
Yeah, my truck breaks. I had to get that fixed. And I had to borrow the money to get that.
Hey, Joe,
What?
people swim in that little river, don't they?
Which one? Where the tugboat is?
Know where you flew and posted this morning?
Oh, that's the one with the sunken boat?
I don't know. Is it? It's a
No, that's the
river.
Bug Flyer. No, you can't swim in there. You could boat in there and you could paddleboard in there and you could kayak in there and all of that. But they said no swimming because there's a lot of places. If you look at all the different dock areas,
Yeah.
the dock areas might drop to 8 feet. It might be full of trees underneath it. Usually when somebody decides to swim in there, somebody drowns.
But
Now what
but
they'll
they
do
wait.
is they'll
But they wade in there. I've seen them wading in there in some of your videos.
they'll wade on the edges. That's what I was getting at.
Yeah.
On the edges, on the sandbars and that.
So it's got to
But
drop
what-
off.
But it's got drop in it. I mean, it got so many under trees that have fallen down and they're all stuck up in the sand. It's like people going to Mississippi River on the West Bank over in Luling area, and there's a little sandbar area, and people will go out on that sandbar and then they'll get caught in a tree. And then when I was working in EMS, then we'd be finding them. Then we'd have to go get them out. They'd
could
have
not
fire
pay-
department out there getting them out, and they'd be drowned, and we have to work on them. And
You could not pay me to wade in that water.
why? Well, because why? Because of the color.
Yeah, it looks so rusty and sewage.
That water is perfectly clean. It's just the difference in the algae that's built up in the color of your water is whatever algae is in that area.
Uh-huh.
Because if you look at but my sister explained that to me one time, because she's got her PhD in knowing everything.
Uh-huh.
And and she was explaining. She said, "You know why all the different colors of the seas and all of this?" And she went through the floral and all kind of stuff. She went through, but it doesn't mean the water's dirty if it's brown. It just means that that's the color of the algae.
Yeah.
It's picking up the color. Now, I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't go in it either. But I wouldn't eat fish out of it. What are you talking about?
Oh, I know. There's no way I'd eat a fish out of there.
You know, because if you go
I think
down
a
to
fish
even,
could live.
oh yeah, there's fish all up in there, boy, big fish.
And how about gators?
That's another thing. You know,
I know. Crazy, huh?
I have seen gators up in there. Well,
Yeah.
the mouth of the river, the mouth of the Chafunka River going into Lake Pontchartrain. I got a video. Let me see if I can find it. I got about 15, 20 minutes, so let me see if I can find this thing.
Extra vitamins don't hurt you.
No. It's
Did you decide which is the best way which route to take to get up there to do your shoot?
yeah, the shortest.
Have you guys seen that documentary on that gal that was? I don't know how long it's been out. The gal that and the guy that went camping and he killed her and then he killed himself.
No.
I don't know how long it's been out. We watched it. We watched all 3 episodes last night. Real sad. But anyway, she was a drone flyer. You know, she's 22 years old. She would fly her. You know, she was a YouTuber. You know, she wanted to be a YouTuber and never really made it until after she died. And then 7 million people watched her video after that. But she was flying in national parks probably before you couldn't do it. Who knows, right? What was the name of that? It's on Netflix.
I don't go to Netflix at all, but yeah.
It was a sad documentary.
Yeah, I made a short of this a while back. I can't remember when it was. I think it was last summer, so it shouldn't be that hard to find. I saw it yesterday. I can't remember the title. But I was filming with the Avata 2 at the mouth of the river. And there's boats everywhere. I'm just traveling between the boats. And all of a sudden, a gator grabs a fish about 10 feet from people.
Oh, wow.
They didn't even see it. That's the best part about it. Nobody even had a clue. And I didn't know it until I got back.
Mr.
And that's the
Lance,
same area that I found that guy's paddleboard. His paddleboard with my Mavic 3 with the gator laying on top.
So the guy that had the paddleboard probably got eaten by the gator?
No, he lost it. It was the winds, the seas were bad, and his son didn't have it strapped to him. So when it got loose, it floated away on him. So he called me, and through a friend they called me, and he said he'd give me a couple of $100 if I could find it because it was like $1,000 paddleboard.
So you
Yeah,
went swimming. They called you because you're a good swimmer?
No, because I had a drone. That's why I wasn't going out there. You
I
crazy?
know. Pulling your leg.
Mr. Lance, it looks like it's raining over there.
It is raining. I'm glad I flew yesterday.
Yeah, I can see on your
It's
windows.
always raining.
Pouring down rain. Always in Seattle.
You know, I'm looking for the short, but I bet you it'd be easy just to find the video and put that part on. You know what I mean? I know what the video is about. It's gonna have gator on it.
There, Bone.
Hey, Joe, how far are you from those guys at the TV show that they have that go hunting the alligators and stuff? Is that
Not
close
About
to
80
you?
miles. Yeah, about 80 miles.
Oh, wow.
Oh, there gators everywhere out here.
Yeah, the backshore this time.
I was flying over one of the bayous a few
No, it's
months
gotta go
ago,
right now.
and I was about a foot off the water, and I looked up ahead and I could see something coming towards me. And I just kind of moved a little bit more to the left, and it was a gator.
I would have started running.
Well, I was in the air, it's just a drone. So all I did was just, instead of staying low, I just moved a little bit to his right. Just make sure I wasn't right over him and try to come up, you know?
Yeah.
And I can't remember when I shot this thing. It was last year. I think I'm not gonna the name of it, so I'm not gonna have anything about gator in it. I just have a picture of a gator on it showing, gator, like this.
You sure it's not on the other computer?
No, it's on this computer.
Find it,
All
Joe?
of them on, all the videos on this computer.
Yeah, 'cause that's- Oh. Make some now.
Nah, I can't find it. I'll find it eventually.
Did you find it, Joe?
No, I can't find it. I can't remember exactly when I shot it. That's the problem. I know it was last year,
Here's another one.
Oh,
boating at the mouth of the river.
my volume turned down. Did you find it?
Not yet.
Well, I think maybe somebody teased him.
Well, I'm looking last year in April. I'm thinking it was later than that. There's a boating at the mouth of the river, but there's no gator on it. I got a picture of a gator on it. That's why I'm looking at thumbnails. Go one more back just in case. Might have been in March. I
Mr.
flew a
Lance,
lot last March.
is there alligators where you are, Mr. Lance?
No. Maybe in the zoo,
Oh,
yeah.
but yeah.
Go out this way.
My brother lives in Florida. He says anywhere there's a ditch with possible water, there might be a gator.
Oh,
Just
wow.
like here.
Yep.
If I walk out in the backyard and find a little pond,
Well,
I can
you
throw
know,
a fishing lure in there and probably catch a fish.
Swirl on the fence out here, you know, the fence.
You mean
is
catch
this
a
high.
gator?
He
Catch
jumps
fish.
right up so his head is above the fence.
They got fish in almost everything around here.
Okay,
Well, I'm all the way back to January last year, and it's not in there, so I know it's last year. I just don't remember when. And it's the mouth of the river, so I know that. I don't have many mouth of the river shots. It was the Avada 2. I know that much too. There's a mouth of the river. There's an easy
And
actor
you're
with the
north of
mouth of
that
the
lake,
river.
right?
What'd you say?
You're north of that lake, is that right?
Yeah, I'm on the north. Yeah, I'm on the north shore of the lake. But the south shore of the lake is New Orleans.
And that's where the river flows, or the lake flows out into the ocean, right?
Right. It flows through Wrigley's Pass and the Lake Bourne, and then Lake Bourne goes into the Gulf of America. And the Chafuncta River flows into Lake Pontchartrain. And that little bayou I flew yesterday, Bayou Desert, flows into the Chafuncta River. We got a lot of flowing into stuff here. Actually, Lake Catherine also flows into Lake Bourne, right there by Lake Pontchartrain. So you got another lake right there. Afternoon in May at the mouth of the river, no gator on it. No, that ain't it.
Those ones started. They are ugly and they can eat you up. They got those big teeth.
I can't find it. The only other way to find it maybe is going to the main thing with all the videos. Then I can look at a bigger thumbnail. Which I probably should have done it first. Oh shoot, that ain't gonna work. Forget it. Because it doesn't show me the thumbnails. That's why I didn't do it. I can't believe I don't have. Yeah, it was just flying around. I didn't put anything about the gator in it. I'll look for it later. I'll show you when I find it. Sugar Bowl committee. I sent them those 3 pictures yesterday. Those 3
Yeah.
players. It was for their the National Football Foundation's at All-State Sugar Bowl chapter for their scholar athletes. So they used my 3 pictures and they did this. That's one of them, Reagan Touchstone. They made a deal up like that, and I get the credit right here.
Ah, cool.
And then that's Chase McCarthy. I got my credit. And then Wyatt Hammond. Now, I didn't know what they were doing. I would have gave them better pictures than this one. I had a better picture now with him facing, you know. But they didn't. If it had told me we're doing it like this, like I'd have had it better. But they didn't give me, like I would have had it all like Reagan, you know. But that's all right.
So they put it in cards? Is that what it was?
Well, it's gonna be like a little. It's all it's gonna be is digital. They're not doing anything else with it.
Okay.
But if they'd have told me that, like I said, I'd have gave them facing shots. I had good pictures of them. I've got hundreds of pictures of each of those kids, and I gave them the tackling shots because I thought they were going to do something with the whole shot, you know. I know now in the future, if he asks me for something for this, I'm going to say, do you need individual or do you need a, he said an action shot. That's what he said. So I gave him an action shot. But now it don't matter.
Okay. Just got soaked for gas.
It's that expensive?
$3.55 a gallon.
You said you got soaked for gas. I said, is it that expensive?
Come on, pick up. I may have to log back in. My car's not picking
You're
up.
there. We could hear you. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yep. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
I got 11 minutes, guys. Then I got to go.
Okay.
I'm all ready. I got 2 drones charged up. I got 2 controllers charged up. I think I'm going to bring the Avata 2. So I'll have 3 drones with me. So if I get everything done fast, and I got about an hour to play, I got 355 acres to play in.
Don't forget your favorite one. Right, Paul?
Yeah.
My who?
Your favorite drone. Don't forget to take it with you too.
The Neo.
Yeah, I'm taking the Avata 2. You're right.
His favorite drone, the Neo.
That Neo hasn't been out the case in about a month.
Really?
That's what I mean. It's time to bring it out. Take the dust out.
With that wind up there, hell no, I'll never see it again. And there ain't no walk of shame in 355 acres for me to do.
Here comes Lance.
Oh, by the way, that thing that Justin set up yesterday with the 3 little dots,
Yeah.
it did not automatically come on this morning. I
Oh,
had to
didn't
turn
it?
it on.
No.
No. So when you come on in the morning, you have to go to participants, the 3 little dots at the bottom right, and set it up, or you'll never know who pops in.
$3.55 a gallon.
Yeah, I heard you got hosed.
Yeah, and in town is probably about $4.20. I'm guessing it's usually about 75 cents more a gallon.
Well, you need to move, Lance, because it's 247 here.
I know.
That's all those liberals up there. I'm telling you.
Yep.
Because if you notice, all the states like that, the gases are higher than like us, you know. Just saying.
But we don't have potholes.
You don't have parades or shrimp every day or good fishing or spiced food either. I went up to a wedding in Washington, D.C. years ago. It was a family wedding. They called me up and said, we need you to shoot the wedding.
Oh,
We'll
okay,
fly
so
you
it's
up. We'll put you in a hotel, the whole works. And I said, I said, don't worry about a hotel. Well, they said, actually, the bride said, he can come over and stay with us. I stayed with the bride and the bridesmaids at their place the night before the wedding. I had the place to myself. And they all come in about midnight drunk and woke me up and said, come party with us. I said, I'm supposed to be shooting your wedding tomorrow. No, come out and party. So I went out and partied with them for a little while. And but I went to this wedding and it was in Washington, D.C. And the food was laid out and it was the nastiest food I've ever eaten in my life. Salt didn't even help it.
Wow.
No, nothing had salt in it. Nothing had any seasoning in it. And my sister-in-law was there because it was her family side, her husband's family. And she looked at me and she goes, you looked at that food? I said, yeah, that food's terrible. Like this. She goes, come here, I got you. She opens up a purse and she had a thing of Chachere's, Tony Chachere's. So we spiced all our own stuff up. It was like just like that guy in South Carolina. He called me and said, Staff Sergeant T, I got he said, I've got some crabs, man. I'm gonna boil them. Come on over. I said, okay, I'll be there. Got over there, he got one pot going with one crab with water and salt. I said, what the hell are you doing? He said, I'm boiling a crab. I said, turned it off. I said, don't even touch the crabs. Just stay there. I'll be right back. Went and got my pot, got my seasoning, got some potatoes, got some corn, went back and boiled it up, all of them in one pot. And he said, man, I didn't know you could do it like that. I said, yeah, you don't ruin the crab, you know. That's like they steam oysters down in South Carolina. The nastiest things you ever taste in your life, a steamed oyster.
Oh, no,
You
they have
know,
to be fresh.
Well, the thing is they're fresh, brand new. You know, they catch them, open them, and steam them. There's no flavor. Here in Louisiana, we pop them open. If you want to eat them raw with you still dipping them in stuff and everything else. But they do charbroiled here, where they'll throw garlic butter on it. They'll throw Parmesan cheese on it, parsley on it, and at least it's seasoned, you know. If you fry them up, it's got all the Cajun season in it. Well, we don't steam them. No, you know.
We steam them in butter.
Well, they didn't steam them with butter. They just steamed them. Cooked them. That's it. Yeah, the place gave you, you got a bucket of clams for like $10 and a bucket of oysters. So I said, man, well, give me a bucket of oysters. Worst $10 I ever spent in my life.
Yeah, that's how my brother-in-law does it here. Puts all the seasoning and a little bit of wine with it.
Yeah, you gotta have all that. I had a friend of mine, we used to go to a place called Tyler's Beer Garden. They had a live band. It was right by it was before I got married. And it was right by Tulane campus, so all the Tulane University chicks went there. And I was in the Marine Corps, so I'd walk in there, and I was in the best shape of my life. And George would look at me, and we had a deal. We'd buy 24 oysters each, raw oysters, put them on the table. We got 4 dozen oysters, 24 each. One beer, put it in the table. I'd make the sauce that he dipped it in, and he'd make my sauce. The first person that had to take a taste of that beer, first person that had to eat that did that beer had to pay for everything. And I tell you what, we used to put the horseradish in that cocktail sauce, and the red cocktail sauce would look white, look like my hair.
Morning, Mark.
have that much
Morning,
horseradish in it.
Joe.
Morning.
There is nothing better than horseradish.
Lance.
Morning,
For
Mark.
straight horseradish with a little ketchup and hot sauce and stuff like that. You put that thing in your mouth. As soon as you do it, every sinus opens up. You know, you got tears in your eyes, and we'd be daring each other to take a sip out of that beer. We get about maybe 15 oysters into it before somebody just couldn't handle it anymore.
I've got
We were sitting there on my birthday, and he said, "Man, I'm gonna find a girl to have you take home like this tonight." I said, "Okay, let's go." So we're over at Tyler's, and he's up there talking to all these girls, saying, "Yeah, it's his birthday and all of this." And he says, "Yeah, why don't you take him out for a date or something? Y'all go out somewhere." And he's talking to all these girls. I got up and I said, "I'll see you later." He said, "Where you going?" I said, "With these two girls here." I was just sitting there. And there were two girls there, and I said, "Yeah, it's my birthday." He said, "Let's go." We went somewhere else.
somebody else there.
Justin,
Good morning, Justin.
he turned.
Hi, Justin.
It's Paul.
Probably chasing the dog because it went outside.
Up
There he is.
everybody in the chat.
Hey, Justin.
So Ed, what do you fly?
Me, the Mini 3
Yeah.
Pro.
Okay. I love the Mini 3 Pro. I love how it rotates the camera. If I don't use that feature very often, but I like it where it doesn't crop like the other ones. If you were to use that feature.
No, never tried it. Should tried it though. Love my Mini 3.
Mark, you're on mute. Okay.
Yeah, I know. It's
I
you,
hit
you
I hit the wrong
hit
button,
the wrong
buddy.
one.
I mean, I can't see myself spending over $2,000 on a drone. I just
Paul,
I
you
had to
said
go
you hit the
let
wrong
me,
button?
and it's raining.
Mia.
No,
Boone.
no. Boone.
Paul, you
What's up,
said you hit
Jim,
the
brother?
wrong button? That's unusual.
Never me, you know. So
How's it
Justin,
going?
how you doing this morning?
I'm good. Ugh.
Everybody's been asking about you.
Went and got some breakfast this morning.
I gotta go.
Okay, Joe. Hey, have a good day, and stop and
I
get
should be
your
back tonight.
stop and get you your Cajun food.
I will
Right.
later.
Okay, Joe.
Hey,
We'll
Joe.
see you later.
Joe.
Best of luck with your appointment as well.
bye, Joe. Drive safe.
See you later, alligator.
That's off, Joe.
After a while, crocodile.
Yeah, he's got that job to go to today, huh?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
got
and then
he's
then
got
his
to do that
oncologist.
aerial.
Then he's got to go to his oncologist on the way
Okay.
back.
Morning, Brenda and Jim.
And then Johnny tempted him this morning because he showed him a picture of what he was eating from a store deli. There was all this Cajun food and everything, and they had a special that was huge. It was like 6 pounds for what was it, $6.99?
Yeah, something like that. He said. Yeah.
For 6 pounds?
Yeah.
6 pounds of what?
Whoa. I need to move to Louisiana.
That's seafood.
Seafood, shrimp.
Yeah. Joe was mad that Johnny didn't invite him for supper.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He always got some of the best seafood buffets in Vegas.
Vegas does?
Yeah, the buffets in Vegas are awesome.
Are they pricey?
They are now.
It can be like for a seafood one, you'd probably pay. I'm gonna assume probably between $60 to $100 a person.
Oh, wow. That's pricey.
But it's all
And
you
the
can eat
lines are
too. Though.
long.
And long lines too, huh, Lance?
Yeah, it's not the deal it was 30 years ago, but nothing is, right?
That's true.
But I mean, I remember going back when I was there, like if you wanted to go to a decent breakfast buffet, probably be looking at back when I was living there, maybe $20 a head. But the buffets there, some of the buffets are fucking massive.
Well, they say nothing is as cheap as what it used to be back in the old days in Vegas. Because they wanted to get your money on the in the gambling, but now the tourists have gone there, and the price of everything has gone sky high.
Well, Vegas has just got massively huge too over the last few years. That's grown like a weed over
Man,
the
if
last 15, 20 years.
I was to go to a buffet like that, I wouldn't eat for a whole week.
But yeah, the Vegas is fucking massive now. Like back when I was living there, it was big, but it's grown. Just stay out of North Las Vegas. Don't go to North Las Vegas. That's where all the. That's a shitty part of town. At least back when I lived there, there was. I don't know if they've cleaned it up, but
I lose my direction every time. Does the strip run north, south, or east, west?
I think north south.
North, south, yep.
Because it runs
And-
parallel to Interstate 15. So
And Circus is south.
I think so. Yeah,
Is Circus still there?
yeah, but Circus needs to be torn down and rebuilt.
Yeah, I was
'cause,
gonna say it. That's be
it's-
getting old.
I've watched a couple people that recently did a overnight stay like review, and that place is really dated, and it's just yeah, they need something new there. Most casinos don't last more than 25, 30 years before they're torn down and rebuilt.
Like Caesar's Palace and
Well,
what
that's
was Kitty Corner across from Caesar Palace?
Kitty Corner or Caddy Corner? You mean?
Yeah,
Kitty.
Fuck, I don't remember. And that's completely different. The strip looks completely different than what I remember it because every 10, 15 years, there's almost like a mass transformation.
they're
on the
redoing
strip.
everything. Yeah.
Putting a baseball field on the strip here right now.
Yeah, it does run north to south because the northern part of the strip was always the kind of the barren part of the strip. There wasn't a lot up there. The southern part of the strip is where like all the big casinos. That's where it's popping at. Where it's where everybody hangs out at.
Do they still have all the Elvises walking around?
I'm sure you probably still find them. Yeah, there's impersonators of all. There's a guy in Vegas that does he does oh, what the fuck's his
Elvis.
name? Not Elvis. He does fuck, I can't think of his goddamn name now. Hold on. He was in Meet the Fockers. Casino. God damn, I'm having a
Oh,
fucking-
that
Robert De Niro.
no, Robert De Niro. That's it.
There's a guy in Vegas that he's a Robert De Niro impressionist. He looks just like him. I mean, identical.
Oh wow.
He's been there for years doing, he does like, I don't know what he does with it, but he walks around and he looks just like Robert De Niro. I mean, a spitting image of him.
Robert De Niro's building a big hotel in Manchester.
But that's the thing about Vegas, though, is like history doesn't Like there is no history in Vegas. Like everything is torn down. They don't save shit. Like the only
Except
thing
for
that
the
they
boneyard.
yeah, the boneyard. I was about to say with the boneyard with the signs. That's about the only place you can go and actually get some
Yeah.
nostalgia from old casinos and stuff because they don't exist anymore. Like
Two blocks. I don't know what direction it is away from the boneyard. You can fly your drone. So I want to do that. I want Bob Dempsey to take me, and he knows whoever the president of the company is. He said, "I'll take you." So I need to get down there.
I'll tell you what is a really nice casino, at least back when I was there when it was first being built, was the Wynn Casino. Man, that place was nice. And the guy that did the guy I watched that did the Circus review on the room and everything, he did one over at Wynn, and Wynn's still really nice.
Okay, pulling into the old rock pile.
You got Bellagio and Caesar's Palace, Luxor. Luxor is what you could see from when you're about, I don't know, 80, 100 miles out from Vegas. You can see the spotlight from the Luxor. It's so bright. It's right at the top of the pyramid, shoots straight up in the air. And on a good clear night, yeah, you can see it for a long distance away. Because I think that's actually, if I'm not mistaken, I think the Luxor spotlight is actually visible from space. I don't know. When I lived in Vegas, I didn't. It was kind of like Tom said. You didn't really spend a lot of time on the strip, just mainly when people came into town. I'd go down there every once in a while, but back when I lived there, I wasn't old enough to gamble yet, so I really couldn't do a whole lot.
Good morning, One Vision.
Hi, Dustin.
I did get away with gambling a few times in the casinos without getting caught. Surprisingly, because they're usually very good at catching people. What's up, Dustin? If they even remotely think you're underage, next thing you know, you get surrounded by like 5 security guards wanting to check your ID.
Welcome to my world.
Are you looking at an overview of Vegas? But Tom lives in a nice area of Vegas. He lives up in Henderson. That's kind of a little upscale area of Vegas. Up in the hills, oversees the strip. Henderson was just starting to be developed when I left Vegas. That was probably 20 years ago. I haven't been to Vegas in it's been about 10 years since I've been there. But if you go there, you definitely want to go for at least a week because you can't experience half of it in even a week's time. If you really hit up every little thing there is to do.
Oh, One Vision.
A buddy of mine went for 4 days. He said it was not enough.
Oh no. I would honestly recommend if you're gonna take a vacation and you got the money, go for 2 weeks. Cause yeah, there's a lot to do. There's a lot of museums you can go to, like there's the Mafia Museum that you can go to. There's the if you're into ghosts, they got that Zach Bagans Ghost Adventures Museum. They've got all kinds of shit. There's tons of shit off the strip you can go do too.
Paul, I'm gonna join from my computer.
You're gonna what?
Join from my computer, so I'm gonna hang up here.
Okay.
Yeah, Jim. Yeah, he had the old Eldorado and everything. Yeah. I've seen him in a bunch of YouTube videos. People taking pictures with him in Vegas. Oh yeah, you'll see like girls walking down the strip like half, pretty much damn near naked, all kinds of crazy shit.
Yeah, wearing those great big 6-inch heels and stuff.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. Like it was.
Yeah, it's definitely the city of sin for sure.
Lance is back. So when are you going to Disney World there, Justin?
Not going to Disney World.
I thought
Aren't
you'd taken the kids all to Disneyland, to Disney World.
You give me about 10 grand, I'll take them.
Well,
that's probably.
you could
They
at least
said-
take them and get a Burger King and then drive by and say, there it is.
You know, that's like about the average people will spend to go to Disney World that don't live here. They'll spend anywhere between $5,000 to $10,000
Wow.
just to go there. We go to Disney Springs, which is it's kind of a big shopping center with a bunch of restaurants and stuff, and it doesn't cost to go in there. You just have to pay for parking. I think parking's free after a certain time. I think it's after 3 or 4 p.m. It's free parking. And then you can go in and park in the parking garage and you can walk down there. There's all kinds of shops you can shop in and restaurants. And it's a pretty nice place. There's a big old, really nice AMC movie theater. That's where we like to go to watch movies. We either go there or we go to the movie theater in at Universal. Universal has their own like thing like Disney Springs.
Yeah, but it's not the same.
Precious.
No, but it's fun. Like if you want to go out on a date night, it's fun to drive, because it's about a 45-minute to an hour drive, depending on traffic. So it's a good little drive to get out of the house, and you can go there, walk around, go eat, watch a movie, And they're really nice movie theaters too. Like they got those big ass like recliners that are all electric and shit when you go in there. Like it feels like you're sitting in a couch.
Yeah, they have
Recline
those
up
here
and
too.
everything. Yeah, a really nice movie theater. Big old curved screens.
They got movie theaters here that serve you alcohol too.
They got one in Orlando that you can go to. It's dinner and a movie. But me and Sarah were going to go to that a couple months back, but they had it all booked up and they only had a few seats available. And then me and Sarah would have had to sit apart, so we didn't want to do it because we wouldn't have been able to sit together. So we didn't get
Jim
to
says
take-
all those girls on the strip are country pumpkins.
Oh yeah, you'll have people on the strip handing you out flyers, handing you all kinds of flyers for like escorts and everything else. Like, yeah, it's fucking crazy. What's up, cool
Yeah,
cat?
Jim, are you sure those are all girls?
But yeah, Vegas is pretty wild. But I do want to go to that
Okay.
dinner and a movie thing. I've been wanting to go do that. We just didn't get our tickets in time enough to where we could have sat together.
Good morning, Cool Cat.
So we ended up going to the Bubba Gump Shrimp restaurant at Universal, and then we went and watched Deadpool when the new Deadpool came out.
Oh, nice.
Because that was actually, as a matter of fact, I think that was either Matt's last live stream or the live stream before that, because we actually jumped on his live stream on the way home while we were driving. I think it was either his last live stream or the one before that. It was about six months or so ago.
On Vision, if somebody did that, I would run. Not look back. I would just run.
Run away.
But they have I like going to Orlando. There's a lot of stuff to do there. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to do around here, but me and Sarah always like to make a trip out of it, instead of just being in town. We like to drive somewhere and go do something.
Sports go. Mark, how's the weather there this afternoon?
What?
Just asking Mark, how's the weather there?
Yeah, Mark.
Mark is in. It's afternoon there now, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's 15 degrees centigrade and sunny. It's a really nice
Yeah.
day.
To be what, 2 o'clock in the afternoon there?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're 4 hours difference until they do their time change and they go back to 5 hours.
Yeah, that's last Sunday of the month, 30th.
Yeah, we have about a month where we're 4 hours apart. As we do ours at the beginning.
And then Dominic's clocks changed the week after.
Matt's time's back on ours now that we changed our time because they don't change theirs in Queensland.
Mm.
So I just add 12 hour or just do 12 hours from our time and then add 2 hours. That's how I get his time.
Yeah, that's right, Jim. It's sad.
Is that it?
It'll be 12 o'clock at night. For
Oh, yeah,
him.
it's 14 hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, ours is 11, I think, to Dominic at the moment.
So if it's like 10 o'clock, this is 10 o'clock here, I always just think 10 p.m. and then add 2 hours and then 12. That's how I can tell what time it is. And it's just opposite. If it's daytime here, it's nighttime there.
But when their clocks change, they go the other direction.
Yeah, then he ends up being
because
15 hours.
Yeah, they're going into fall now.
Jim, nobody's born that way. They choose to be that way. I'm from Canada, One Vision.
So is Winnipeg kind of near to Quebec?
In which way you?
Well, you've got that French accent.
No. I'm Portuguese. That's why I have an accent.
Ah, right.
Portuguese?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that was a thing up there. I thought it was mainly just French.
Bro, it's big out here, man. Here, Toronto, Montreal. Look, bro.
Yeah, because then you meet some people from Canada that don't have any accent. At least from my ear, they don't. They sound American to me.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
no, the
people-
ones that are born here, yeah, they have no accent.
Yeah, I met people from Canada down here that I wouldn't even know they were Canadian until they told me.
Except for the fact that they keep saying "hey."
Eh?
Now there's some that don't say that at all. Like they have no kind of, they don't even use the slang term up there. Like, so you can't even tell that they're Canadian until they tell you. Like even Corey sometimes his Canadian accent will come out a little bit, Corey Mans. But for the most part, when he talks, you would think he was American. You
Mm.
didn't know. But every once in a while, he does come out where he says A or something like that, but it's not too often.
Hey, what's going on? Hey, yeah, I'll look it up after.
Mm.
One Vision is it like heavy metal, like headbanging?
What is that?
He's saying that Ed looks like somebody from I guess a heavy metal band or something.
Yeah, man, I got all my guitars back there. Good morning, Frank.
Sepultura.
I've had 2 or 3 guitars over the years, tried to learn, and I just never could pick it up.
Can't say as I've heard of Sepultura. I mean, the two most famous bands out of Canada have got to be Rush and Nickelback, I suppose.
Yeah, Rush is a good one.
I always wondered what the big hate on Nickelback was. Seems like they get so much fucking hate, and I don't understand why, but
Yeah.
I always like their songs, but
No, man, the favorite one here is Justin Bieber.
just
Not Celine Dion.
Yeah, Celine Dion, she was the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, doesn't she have like she's got some like weird some medical shit going on now, don't she?
Yeah, she has some kind of disease.
Yeah.
I saw a video of her and she looked really bad. She was having some kind of like seizure or some kind of something or another going on. They actually filmed it and then they put it online and showed everybody.
And she's really, really skinny, like really.
Oh, she got really big, I think, after I mean, she was always pretty big, but I remember right after she did the Titanic soundtrack, and she got that's when I think she got really, really big. Because that was like a big movie and shit back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Inside the penalty area. A lot of stress happening right now here, Joe. Man. Look at Adam Scott's career.
Yeah, I would say Justin Bieber is definitely a big one to come out of Canada. For sure. Whether you like him or not. But he has made a big career for himself.
Yeah, before he became big, my kids, my 2 daughters and my wife met him at the restaurant. And then a couple years later, he became famous.
Yeah, and I think it was just because he posted a video of himself playing the piano or something, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then he got signed to, what was it Bad? I think it was Bad Boy, wasn't it? He got signed to Diddy's record label.
Yeah, yeah, he did. And then they took him over, and yeah, then he became super big, fast. And then they took advantage of him, and yeah, like most
Oh,
artists.
I saw the videos of him when they were started going back and like revisiting all of Diddy's videos of him talking with people. And they were like, look how nervous he is in this video talking about Diddy. And they weren't lying.
Yeah, man. No, it's pretty crazy what money can do to you.
I remember when they did the Justin Bieber roast on Comedy Central. You remember that?
Yeah, yeah. You would think that he would say something, but never did. He kept his mouth shut.
He's is he independent now? Is he on his own or?
Yeah,
I would
he's
assume so because Diddy's record
I don't I
label's
don't
probably.
I don't think he ever made a song after that. What happened? Because he was sick, wasn't he?
I know he's made songs recently in the past probably 3 or 4 years.
Oh, okay. I haven't heard
Uh,
him.
Oh, let's see.
I know he had a kid with his wife, Haley.
Just longevity in general too. The days of guys having 25-year plus careers in the PGA Tour don't really exist anymore.
Well, guys, I think I'm gonna call it. We only got 11
2022.
people watching and
Yeah, but
Says,
11 people's normal.
You
Mark,
ready to pack it in at 7:15, huh?
yeah.
Yeah, he his last single was in 2022.
Yeah. Well, unless you guys want to stay on, I'll make one of you the host.
But you're trying to leave, is what you're saying.
Justin, you want the host?
We can stay on if everybody else wants to. I don't care. I ain't got nothing to do right now.
Ed, you gonna stay with Justin?
I'll stay for a bit. Yeah.
Okay. Make you host, Justin.
So Justin, Gypsy's in the Palace.
And I'll see all you guys later.
Okay, Paul.
Have you heard that
Yeah.
term, Gypsy's in the Palace?
No.
Oh, it's all the king's friends are visiting or basically babysitting his house while he's away, and they eat all of his food and liquor and invite people over in a big party. So now you're the gypsy. You get to go crazy now.
No, Jim, what I meant is not that she got big, like fat big. I meant like big in her music career. Yeah, she was always thin, but she looks really bad now. Like anorexic thin now. But that's because of the medical condition she's got.
Who's that?
Celine Dion.
Okay. Yeah, she is skinny, isn't she?
Yeah, she's always been pretty skinny, but like I said, she just looks really bad now because she's got some kind of really bad medical condition.
Nice.
I was sad when I heard about Bruce Willis, man. I always loved him as an actor. I hate that he has like a form of like dementia now.
Hey, who sang that song, "The Streets of Philadelphia"? That was what's his name?
Streets of Philadelphia.
Yeah, when he's walking down the Bruce Steen, wasn't Bruce Steen, whatever his name is?
No, is it Phil Collins?
When he's walking down the hallway, "Streets of Philadelphia." Oh man, what's that guy's name?
Bruce Springsteen, 1993.
Right, he was him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dancing in the Dark.
I know I'm right, sweetie.
You're right.
That's one of my favorite songs from him.
Paul had a rough night. I'm sure, Brenda.
And
Oh
then
no, his power. Oh, he
that
did
was the
mention to
gal
you
on
guys.
on Friends.
He didn't
He was
mention to
pulled
you
out of the
guys.
audience.
His power went off at 3 in the morning, and he got stuck in his chair. He couldn't get up.
Look at Jim. He said Paul was talking about all those Sunset Strip girls and those girls.
He took it out.
Now he's in La La Land, and then he retracted the message. I saw that.
I was trying to read it, and then all of a sudden it disappeared. Yeah, no, he was saying that his power went out at 3 in the morning, and he was sleeping in his chair, and he got stuck. Couldn't get up
Yeah.
because he has a power chair.
Yeah, he
Oh,
does.
yeah.
He said he had a hard time coming out of it.
Our power in our neighborhood, all the way down to Legoland, for some reason, the last couple weeks has been every couple days. It does it once or twice in a day, where it just flickers off for a second, comes back on. It resets all the traffic lights and everything. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Oh, One Vision is going to shave his eyebrows. What?
He was making fun of Mark.
Oh.
Mark's got those Eugene Levy eyebrows.
All right.
Big
Yeah.
old Eugene. That's one. Oh my God. Yeah. Eugene Levy used to annoy the shit out of me. Just, man, he's got some massive fucking eyebrows.
I just got mine done on Monday. Couldn't stand it.
Sarah's always plucking at my eyebrows all the time.
I don't mean
Laying on
like, I don't mean blocking them. I mean just trim them.
Oh, she'll actually she'll be looking at me and she'll be like, "Oh my God, there's a long one," and she'll grab it and fucking yank it
Yeah.
out.
All those hurt.
Kate did that to me last week.
Yeah, she does it to me all the time. And Sarah always gets her eyebrows or her nails and all that crap done all the time. She goes every 3 or 4 weeks and gets them done. So I'll be laying in the bed and she'll notice a long eyelash or eyebrow on me. She'll just fucking yank it out.
Eyelashes done today.
Yeah.
So you don't have to.
No, I don't have to pick her up.
I'm gonna start the soup right away.
Okay.
Yeah, Jim. Like I said, Jim, they showed the video of her actually having her, like, in the middle of having a fit with the whatever condition she has. I can't remember what it was, but yeah, it looked pretty bad.
Something like Stripson's syndrome or something.
Yeah, it's some weird disease.
Yeah.
She got it right after. She got it right after her husband passed away.
This goes to show you, man, no matter how much money you have, you're gonna end up in the dirt with everybody else at the end.
Yeah, that is true.
Unless you're Elon and you got the Neuralink.
Oh, part of my language, but I don't know if it's happening down there, but here in Canada, all their cars are getting destroyed.
Oh yeah, they've been having that problem
Like,
down here.
We have a car show this weekend at the convention center. That's where they bring all the cars from all over the world, whatever. They don't even want one in there because they think some protester is going to set it on fire.
Oh yeah, the U.S. Attorney General here is already anybody that's caught messing with them are automatically going to get charged with domestic terrorist charges. They've already caught a couple of them, and they're charging with federal terrorist charges, domestic terrorism.
It's crazy.
They said they're going to make an example out of them. They're not going to put up with nobody doing rogue shit like that on anybody's stuff. They said it don't matter what car company it is. They said they're not going to go around fucking firebombing people's cars. So,
Yeah,
and they should.
They showed on the news in Montreal, these two guys with masks on, two big cans, and they're spraying the building, all the cars. Security opens the door asking what's going on, and they're just spraying them with the spray paint. It's freaking funny.
And all that's going to do is his insurance is going to pay for it. And then it's gonna cause insurance rates in those
Yeah,
states where they keep
yeah.
doing that stupid shit.
That's
It's
right.
just gonna cause their insurance rates to go up because it's gonna add millions of dollars to insurance costs in those states. So they're fucking morons anyway.
Yeah, no,
Same ones that burn their own cities down because they're pissed off. Well, in the long run, you're gonna pay for that anyway. So
And is all this because Musk is supporting Trump?
yeah, it doesn't make any sense though. Like, who gives up?
yeah, because he's doing the good Doge because he's cutting off everybody's fucking little trust fund that they had through the government.
Right, got
It's
you.
pissing everybody off. Because all these NGOs were making billions of dollars off the government. Now they've done cut them all off.
Even the power stations to charge your cars, they're doing the same thing here. They're burning them and smashing.
Well, they need to charge them with terrorist charges
It's
because
just
that's what it
crazy.
is.
Yeah.
No, I don't care who it is or what their political beliefs are. Nobody has the right to walk into any dealership or anything like that and destroy private property.
Oh no. And if I
No.
was the government, every person I would catch is throw me in jail, lock the door, and threw the key away.
See, I'm the type like if say Musk was on the other side of things and I didn't agree with him. That doesn't mean I want to go burn his dealership down. I just wouldn't buy his products. That's how you make a difference. You just don't buy that particular company's products.
Yeah.
Enough people do that eventually. I mean, but this isn't the first time Tesla stock has dipped this low neither. If you look at the 5-year chart, it's done it 2 or 3 times. So it's not the first time it's done it. It will bounce back up.
I was going to say it's probably the right time to buy stock with them.
Because there's a lot of people that are going out and buying Teslas just to spike the other side now. So
yeah.
but
It's
yeah, like I
crazy.
said, if you don't want to support somebody, then just don't buy their shit. But that does not give you any right to go burn down their stuff. Because you wouldn't like it if somebody did it to your shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And I think you should be charged with domestic terrorism. You go and you burn 60 cars in a dealership down. I'm sorry. That's no better than somebody that goes on a mass shooting spree somewhere or does something stupid like that. It's all, to me, that's lumped right in there with the terrorist shit.
Like I said, I would put them in a stall, lock them up, threw the key away. Not even water.
That's what Pam Bondi's doing down here. The 2 that have already gotten caught. They're already charging them with federal domestic terrorism charges. They're going to go to jail for the rest of their life. So you just threw your life over some politics. Yeah, that really did a whole lot. Just like these people that light themselves on fire for a protest. It's like, what good did that do to anything? Because that didn't change my fucking mind. I just looked at you like a dumbass for burning yourself. It didn't fucking make me think any different. Like, those people just are out of their goddamn minds at the end of the day.
Yeah, we have a few out here
Yeah.
on Vision.
Oh, there's
They're
a
pretty
bunch
cool.
of cyber trucks here in Florida now.
I don't like their body shape, but I love the insides. They're pretty cool.
You know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I really hated the look of the Cybertrucks when I first saw them. But when you actually do see one in person, they're not that bad. Because they're a little bit cooler when you see one in person than when you just see a picture of one. But I still don't like the body style. But it did grow on me a little bit when I saw a couple of them in person.
Yeah, there's
They're beefy as shit looking, I'll tell you that. Doesn't look like a car you really want to road rage with if you're in a little Honda Accord or something. I think Elon actually put out a thing yesterday of a new updated Cybertruck they were doing. And it looked completely different. See if I can find a picture of it. See, this is the one. Oh no, hold on. Where's it at? There was one that a concept artist drew a couple years ago that was really badass looking. Can't find that. I don't know if that article I ran across yesterday, I don't know if it was truthful or not, so I can't find it now. I don't know if it was actually true or not. You gotta watch some of these articles you run across online.
Here, this is what I caught 2 months ago, ice fishing.
Oh, damn, that's big. What is that, a catfish?
Catfish, yeah.
Big boy. So this is one that they're looking at. They're saying that this is possibly the next design here. That I actually like.
What the? That looks like a Mustang or Mustang mixed with the Camaro back.
I don't know.
It looks beefed up.
I wouldn't mind having that. That's nice. I like the look of that. That's kind of it looks like a truck, but it's got like a futuristic look to it as well.
Wow.
But yeah, I definitely wouldn't want to be one of those people that's gotten caught for fucking with the dealership. So, but I mean, honestly, if you look at the states that have had issues with that, they've all been. I'm just gonna say they've all been Democrat-run states. We haven't had problems in Florida with dealerships getting damaged and shit.
Mm.
You're mainly seeing that in like California and stuff like that. And but the thing is their politicians need to come out and condemn it because, like I said, it don't matter what side you're on, nobody's got the right to do that, and they're not doing that. They're not coming out and condemning it.
That's
They're
it. I
not
mean,
saying anything.
it's not doing anybody any good.
No, just costing their state more money and, like I said, insurance costs and everything else. And that may cause one or two insurance companies to want to leave that state.
Pull out the state, yeah.
Because they're going to be like, look, we're not going to keep paying millions of dollars for these cars getting ruined. We're fucking out of here. And then Tesla might decide they're going to close shop in those states. And guess what? That's more revenue they just lost in the long run.
Yeah.
Property tax, sales tax, all that. They're only hurting themselves in the long run.
Mm-hmm.
I know Teslas are getting really popular in Florida, man. I'm seeing more and more on this road every day. And I haven't seen any of them with that fucking stupid sticker on the back window that said I bought it before Elon went crazy. I haven't seen a single one with that bumper sticker on it. I think literally people are down here starting to buy them just to spite the other side.
I can think of better things to do with money than buy a ridiculously expensive car just to prove a point.
Well, some people got money like that, though.
If I was going to do that, I'd buy a Rolls Royce.
Honestly, I always wanted a Tesla,
Yep.
and now this just makes me want to go buy one even more if I could afford it. Because I've always, it's not so much the electric that has like fascinated me about Teslas. I just love the technology that's in them. I think it's awesome. I think it's really cool, like the technology that's built into them, and that's always fascinated me about them. So I've always wanted one.
And
Like I
you
said,
need a camera? Are you gonna shoot?
Yeah.
But like I said, honestly, going from all gas car to a hybrid alone, I just don't even want to go back to a regular gas car anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been, dude, I literally have drove the last 3 weeks on one tank of gas and just had to fill up yesterday.
Give me a number.
And I still had a quarter tank. I just wanted to get the car filled up.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
And I've
See,
drove the
Chris-
last 3 weeks off of it.
You pretty
For me,
much go everywhere on electric then.
For me on my,
Uh,
go ahead, sorry.
I was gonna say no because it goes back and forth between the two. Technically, I don't even have to plug the car in, even though it comes with a plug, because the car and the brake system charges the battery on its own. The plug
Regenerative.
So-
yeah, braking. Yeah,
So why didn't Tesla do that for their own cars?
because he was trying to do all electric. I guess I don't know. I mean, I honestly though, the range that the Teslas are getting now and the time it takes to charge them on a supercharger, it's
So
really not much
just
worse than a
make sure
gas
that
car,
you
to be
know
honest with you.
what
Everybody
your
tries to
rate is,
compare
right?
that.
Okay,
Hold on, I'm gonna
Yeah,
mute
the
Lance while
charging
he's talking.
systems are getting faster.
Sure it is, but
Yeah, but the thing is like most Teslas have a range of about 400 miles now, 450, somewhere in there, I think.
Mm.
And they take about 20 minutes to charge at a supercharger. That's about the time most people will spend in a gas station. They'll go in, get snacks, a drink, come out, fill their car up. That's not much longer than most people spend in a gas station already just getting gas. So
oh, I didn't
really
know
see the
that.
big deal.
I didn't know it only take 20 minutes to charge. I thought it was like an hour and a half.
Not
Is
on the
that the
super.
full or is that to 80%?
I think it's to 80, but still, I
Mm.
mean, 20, 25 minutes is not a bad wait time.
No.
Yeah.
For a 450 mile range, that's not bad. I wouldn't care to sit that long.
Just
at
like you
that.
said, it's what most people spend at the gas station anyway. By the time you go and pay it, grab your coffee or your drinks.
Right. And the great thing about Tesla is it will actually map out your fucking trip for you, so you know exactly where to go.
Yeah,
it'll tell
where
you.
all the chargers are.
Yeah. So you don't have to like guess where a charger's at or try to run around and find one. It'll tell you, hey, you got to go here. Like I
Pay
said,
back.
How much does it cost to actually recharge it from 0 up to full?
I want to say from the video, like a lot of the YouTube videos I saw, I think they spend about $20 to charge it.
That's
That's not
certainly
bad.
that's certainly cheaper than buying enough petrol to go that distance.
As far
I
as
s-
the few videos I saw, they said it costs about $20 to charge at the supercharger. But then
I
some of the
s-
Teslas are grandfathered in; they get free charging at superchargers. They don't even have to pay ever.
I spend $80 every 2 weeks on my truck for gas.
They said that some of the older models of Teslas, like some of the first ones, are grandfathered in where you actually get free charging. You don't
Well,
have to actually pay for it.
Alexis changed her electricity supplier at her house to Tesla because they do electric supply as well now. And because she did that, she gets to charge her car at home free.
Yeah, but
Exactly,
this-
Dustin.
But they sell those plugs though, don't they? Where
Yeah. Well,
plug into
she has a charger in her garage, but she doesn't
okay.
get charged for the electricity uses to charge her car.
But see, you get with all the cars, you get a 110 charger. But if you want, you can have like an electrician come in and put a 220 in, and then you can get the 220 plug,
Okay.
and it cuts your charging time by like half. So
Because sometimes I see in the parking lots here, the extension cord plugged into the regular plug and then it goes into the car.
But see, a lot of the American car manufacturers now, they were doing so bad on trying to sell these all electric cars. Now they have all decided to go back to just doing the hybrids because they had a lot of cars sitting on the lot that were all electric that weren't selling. Thing is Tesla kind of cornered that market of all electric. And
Well, a lot of them had bugger all range at first with the batteries.
Well, not only that,
But
is they were
they are
pumping out.
improving every time.
Well, and the other problem was too is they were pumping out way too many of them, and there wasn't enough people that were interested in buying them at first, neither.
Yeah.
Especially the last couple of years, people are just starting to get on board wanting to buy all electric.
Yeah. I mean, like you were talking about the Leaf, the Nissan Leaf a while back. When my mate bought his about, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago, something like that. It only had a range of about 60, 70 miles.
The original one had an 80-mile range,
Yeah.
and then they came out with a more expensive version. It had like 150 mile, 160, something like that.
Yeah.
Now, but like the guy at the dealership made a good point. He said they're really cheap. He goes, if you just wanted a secondary car, he goes, I would never recommend this as a primary car. But
Yeah.
if you said if you just wanted a secondary car for just running around town
Mm.
locally, he said that'd be perfect for somebody.
Yeah.
'Cause they only wanted 2,000 for it. And he's like, it gets a 60, 80 mile range. He goes, but I would not recommend that as a all everyday driver for,
No,
you know.
definitely not.
He goes, because if you want to go to like Tampa or Orlando, he's like, you're going to have to find a charging station immediately when you get there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're going to break down. He goes, but if you just want to get it for a secondary car, and if I had an extra $2,000 at the
You'd
time,
buy it.
I would have bought that too.
Yeah.
A1 Vision, what do you got, a Honda Civic?
I mean, that'd have been perfect for Kelsey to learn in, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, because they're also not like the Teslas. They're kind of capped on the motor. They don't just get instant acceleration like the Teslas do.
Mm.
Like even my car doesn't have the power a Tesla does taking off. Like it has good acceleration and everything. Don't get me wrong, the thing can get up and go.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. You can floor it all the way to the floor, and you can feel that it's like kind of capped. It's not gonna. It
Is
doesn't throw you in the back of
she's
the seat.
taking driving lessons yet, or have you got another year to wait?
No, we've been. She hasn't taken actual official driving lessons. She's been driving with me in like
Right.
parking lots and stuff, and kind of learning.
Yeah.
But
Can you get the license at 16 there?
yeah,
Yeah.
It's a learner's
But
permit.
is it one of those where it's daylight only?
Yeah, it's a learner's permit. Yeah, so you can only drive during the day. You can't have any other. You can't be driving with anybody else. Like I think under 18. And if you're driving with someone else, they have to be licensed. They actually have to have a full-fledged license. Like there are stipulations to it.
And they have to be in a back seat?
And I think you have to do that for a year, and then once your year is up, then they give you your regular license.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
it's just like,
I mean, the learner's permit here just allows you to learn how to drive. And you have to have somebody who's got a full license in with you at all times that you're driving it.
yeah, that's how
here,
it is here.
Until you actually take the test.
here it just depends on what state you're in, because like I said, they all do them different. So
yeah,
there's some states that lets you start driving at like 14, 15. So
well, the only thing you can drive at 16 here is a moped. So
Nice.
a sub 50cc bike.
Those sound like fun cars.
At 17, you can apply for your driving license and take your test anytime you're ready to.
Here's 15 and a half, and then you can go for your beginners. Once you have your beginners, you have to wait 9 months before you go for your full license.
like yesterday when I went to fill the car up, it still had a 130-mile range for E. And it was right at a quarter tank. And like I said, we haven't filled it up for 3 weeks. I filled it up 3 weeks ago.
So you tell me your wheel comes off like Mr. Bean's when he's parking his car? Takes the wheel with him?
I must admit, I saw I'm sure it was on Top Gear, where they had an electric car that they could actually lift the body off the chassis, the rolling chassis, and put a different body on. So you could go in and swap a saloon car for a pickup.
What?
Oh,
and
that's
rent
weird.
that for the day and then go take it back and get your saloon car body put back on again. And the steering wheel was such that you could press a button and the whole steering wheel and foot pedals would slide across the dashboard to the other side. So it changed from left-hand drive to right-hand drive.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
wow.
crazy. That's some engineering right there.
Yeah. Well, it was all fly-by-wire. So there was no actual mechanical connection from the steering wheel to the steering. It was all electronic.
Justin, does your car have those the pedals that come up too? Adjustable
Uh,
pedals?
no, it has adjustable steering wheel, but not the pedals. Nah. It's got a lot of features in it for being a 2016, though. I'll tell you that. I was surprised because I've been in a lot of 2015s and 2016s and 17s that didn't have half the features that car's got. They kind of went all out on that car. Like it's got park assist where it will parallel park itself. It's got the backup camera. It's got heated seats. It's got heated steering wheel. Like it's got so many features in there.
Oh, wow.
We had that park assist in the Seat Arona. We never used it once in the 3 years we had it.
I still haven't gotten to test it out because I need to go somewhere where there's parallel parking, and the only place is downtown, and I just haven't taken it
Yeah.
down there to try it. But I had to replace the camera anyway before I used it because it had to have a working backup
Yeah.
camera, and the
Yeah,
camera went out. But it's been working great since I added that new camera. So
It had automatic braking as well. It had a radar sensor in the front grille. And if you got too close to the car in front of you, it would slow you down.
yeah, see, mine doesn't have the lane assist or anything like that, but it does have the sensors that tell you you're getting too close. It'll
Yeah.
start beeping because there's this thing is covered in sensors. There's 4 or 3 on the front bumper, 2 on both sides of the car, and then there's 3 on the rear bumper. But that's because of the park assist and all that too.
Has it got the little lights on the door mirrors that tell you when a car's coming up alongside you?
No, I don't have that.
Oh.
Usually you see those in the over here,
Yeah,
usually if it has a lane assist.
Yeah, we couldn't figure out what the hell that was at first. Why is that light in the mirror? I don't know.
I've only ever drove one car that had lane assist, and it didn't bother me, but a lot of people complain about it as they don't like it because they're I guess just used to being able to swerve back and forth in the fucking lane. They don't like the car telling them they have to stay in the middle of the lane.
Well, you're screwed if the markings aren't very good.
Okay, guys, I'm going to get going here. I'll see you all later.
Later.
I mean, we have that many roads where the road markings are almost worn out.
We're kind of lucky around here. They're actually really good about maintaining the roads, and at least in my area of Florida, they are.
Mm.
Like they're always repaving everything and remarking it. But like I said too, my area, a lot of everything is pretty much brand new. Like you drive through our city, and everything looks new because they've ripped everything up and redone it because of the growth and everything we've had here. So, and they've torn, like if somebody buys a piece of property, it's got like a 3-story building sitting on it. They don't even refurbish the building. They just tear it the fuck down and rebuild a whole new building there. So like a lot of the buildings look new, but yeah, there's not very much areas where shit looks old anymore. Even the older neighborhoods, developers have come in and bought them and just redid the houses and kind of updated everything and made the neighborhood look a little bit newer and modern.
Yeah, well, I mean, altogether, you're not that old anyway, so you've not got any historical type buildings, have you? You've just got old tatty buildings rather than old like our churches and things like that.
There's a few buildings in town that have the historical society thing, but there's not very many now.
Mm.
One of the ones that's definitely protected is the tower over in Lake Wales. The one I showed the picture of the other day.
Uh-huh.
That one's because that's a historical site. But yeah, there's a few of them in town, but not very many. I mean, it's just like I said, this town used to just be mainly orange groves. There wasn't a lot of city to be had. And
Mm.
then in the past like 15 years, it's just there's no almost all the orange groves are completely gone. There's only like 3 or 4 left. And then there's this whole conspiracy going around the orange groves. They're saying that developers, because down here in Florida, all of a sudden all these orange groves started getting all these weird diseases and shit. Like the
Yeah.
oranges are getting all this weird shit going on. And there's rumors going around that apparently developers have been going in there and purposely fucking up crops so that they have to sell them.
Well, yeah.
But I don't know how true that is. But I've heard a lot of people around here say that that's a thing.
I
They
won't
think
put it past some people, but
I wouldn't either. But there's never been any proof of it. They just it's a kind of a local conspiracy.
yeah.
But there's never been any like news stories on it saying there was any proof of it happening or anything. But yeah, almost all the orange groves are gone now. It's all developments and housing developments and apartment complexes and shopping centers now.
Yeah, because Florida was big for oranges, wasn't it?
Yeah, they're
Mm.
pretty much being outproduced. I think California outproduces them in oranges now. Florida
Mm.
used to be the main state for oranges, but yeah, their production has gone way down over the years. Because one of the orange juice companies, Florida Natural, the one they kind of sell all over the world. Their headquarters is actually probably about 10-15 minutes from my house.
Uh-huh.
And they have like a big visitor center and all that shit. I've never been in it, but yeah, they got like a little museum, like visitor center thing you can go into.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I can't say as I've noticed who actually makes for the orange juice. Tend to buy Tesco's own brand because it's about half the price of everybody else's.
But I'll tell you what, though, you go to the grocery store and I will give it to California. You go in the grocery store and all their oranges are just really healthy looking, nice, bright orange.
Mm.
And then the Florida ones are just like dingy and green and just nasty looking. I don't like the Florida oranges. Whenever I go to the store and buy oranges, I always buy the California ones. I just really don't. They just don't taste good. They taste bitter. I don't like them.
Mm. That's a long time since I actually bought an orange.
Oh yeah, Brenda. Yeah, the growth out here it's like I said, our county went from the third fastest in the country. Now we're the number one fastest growing county in the U.S. Like there's wherever there's an empty lot, you'll see a sign out selling it. Like wherever you see like 20 open acres or something, there's signs out at every single empty lot around this place for 50 miles with realtor sign out there. Commercial development. Call this number if you want the property.
I'll see. I don't. Ah.
Like our city is probably going to be Orlando or Tampa in just a couple years. Like the amount of people that are moving here, it's starting to look like Tampa and Orlando. And it used to look like a small like city of like 30,000. It wasn't very big. Yeah, definitely the whole state though, definitely because Florida, Texas, and Tennessee, I want to say, are the three fastest growing states for development. Which, funny enough, were the three states that had like almost no lockdowns during COVID too. But then people try to say it had nothing to do with the growth there. Yeah, I think it did. Because, I mean, if you just look at Florida's last election with the governor, it used to be a small margin of who would win when they had the election for the governor. But this last election, he won by almost 1 million votes, which tells you a lot of people from other states that weren't on the other side were moving here. And it all happened during COVID too. is when we started seeing a lot of growth down here. That's when it started booming. Not to mention we got rid of the squatter laws down here, so now squatters don't have any rights in Florida anymore, which makes it a lot easier for developers and a lot more enticing for them to want to build down here because they don't have to worry about people breaking in and having to take them to court and everything to get them out. Now, if you break into a house and even if you get like power turned on in your name at the house, if you don't have an actual legitimate lease through the court, they'll come and the sheriffs don't even have to have any court paperwork. They just show up to the door and kick your ass out same day.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have to take you to court or have any kind of judge sign anything. They can just show up to the house and kick you out now. So squatters don't have any rights in Florida anymore like they do in other states. Because there's some states people can squat for a year and a half before the courts will kick them out. It's ridiculous. I mean, that poor landlord is stuck paying the mortgage and everything else when he was trying to make money off of it, you know. I said my cousin in California, he rented his house out when he inherited my grandparents' house. Well, technically it wasn't their house, it was my uncle's house, but my uncle gave it to my cousin when they died. He rented it out one time and the guy paid the first month or two rent and then never paid again, and it took him like 8 or 9 months to get the dude out of the house. My cousin said, I'm never doing this again. He sold the house, he was done. They ended up selling it right after the guy got kicked out. He said, I'm not ever dealing with that again.
Mm-hmm.
And if you got kids, it's even harder to get them out. They'll just keep giving you more and more extensions because they don't want to put you and the kids out on the street.
How far are you from Palm Harbor?
Harbor? I've never even heard of that.
Yeah.
Why? What's going on there?
The golf Valspar Championship. Looks nice, blue skies, couple of little fluffy white clouds, bright sunshine.
Let me see where that's at. I've never even heard of that town. Let's see here, maps. Okay, it looks like that's over in the Tampa area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks like it's like on one of those little inlets that's off of Clearwater, Tampa area.
Right.
So that'd probably be about an hour and a half drive, maybe 2 hours depending on traffic.
It's not that far then, really.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, that's where Brenda's daughter lives. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, because the hurricane last time. Yeah, you were really worried about her. She said her daughter lives about 3 miles from there.
All right.
North of Tampa a little bit. I'm sure that's a really ritzy area too, because it looks like an expensive area. Just the real estate from the map view looks like it'd be expensive to live there. Because it's one of those like.
There's only about 3 or 4 European players in it.
Is that like an uncommon or what? Is there usually more?
There's usually about 10, 12, something like that play on the US tour.
From the snake pit, Mark. Brenda said from the snake pit.
The snake pit? That was last week.
I don't know nothing about golf, except for I know a few famous golfers. just because they were that famous. Other than that, I don't know shit about golf. I know
Uh,
it's big down here though.
TPC Sawgrass, which is northeast Florida.
Like I said, I could spit out my front door and hit 10 golf courses.
Yeah, that
They're
was
fucking everywhere.
Players Championship last week, and they bought that. It was a swamp when they bought it for $1, and then Pete Dye turned it into a golf course, and they had to get rid of all the rattlesnakes first.
I remember there are a couple of there's quite a few developments around here that don't have like golf courses, but they have like putting greens. Like a bunch of putting greens like around the outskirt of the neighborhood, but
Yeah.
they don't really have a full-fledged golf course. And there are some that have private golf courses. Big ass neighborhoods where there's like 3,000-4,000 houses in there and they have their own private golf course.
Mm. Like a country club.
Very nice area. In-laws used to be able to walk into the Innisbrook. I don't know, is that like a golf course or something? Innisbrook?
Innisbrook. It's a place. It's the name of a town, Innisbrook.
I was on the phone with a few people and I just got off the phone with TJ. He should be coming on a little bit. I don't know. We'll see, Jim, because a lot of times TJ says that he never shows up.
Mm. Well, TJ was working yesterday afternoon, wasn't he?
I thought he had yesterday off. Or was that might have been the day before?
That was the day before, I think, Tuesday.
That's where the golf is this weekend.
Yeah, it says it's Palm Harbor. Is Palm Harbor in Innisbrook? Then, I guess.
I'll tell you what, man. Golfers here are fucking nuts too, dude. They'll be out there fucking playing during a damn wicked ass lightning storms and shit. I'm like, you guys are fucking stupid.
Lightning's the only thing that brings the professional golfers off the course, unless it rains that hard it floods it. Otherwise,
dude.
they play.
About 2 miles from here is a big ass shooting range.
I mean, I played golf in snow.
About 2 miles from here, there's a big range where they just practice shooting or whatever, or hitting, whatever you want to call it. And you'll drive by there and there'll be a wicked ass thunderstorm going on, lightning and everything.
Yeah, you mean a driving range?
Driving range, yeah.
Yeah.
They'll be out there and they'll just be out there fucking hitting golf balls like nothing's going on. I'm like, fuck that, dude.
Well, you're undercover. Normally.
Not this one. It's all open.
All right.
I mean, they have a little shade.
You normally where you hit from are covered bays, and then you just hit down a field, basically. That's got different targets scattered around it.
Yeah, this one has a little bit of a metal awning over it, but it ain't nothing's gonna protect it from light. I still wouldn't want to be standing under it. As a lightning in Florida is fucking insane. Like, I have never in my life lived somewhere where I have seen so many lightning strikes like within 100 yards of me. Like, I don't go outside when it's lightning. Fuck that.
Like, there was one guy had to place. He went in in the water, only not quite in the water. He was sort of on the dried up part next to it. And he went down and played it. And about 5 foot away from him, there's a fucking alligator in the water.
That's not uncommon. You can tell. You see, that's how you can tell when it's a regular Florida golfer, because they'll just walk up to the gator and smack it with their fucking golf club. Get out of here. Get back in the water. They don't give a fuck. I've seen so many golfers do that where they'll walk up and they'll just tap it with their golf club and just scare it back into the water. Because like I said, most gators won't like necessarily try to chase you. A lot of times they'll actually back off from you if you walk up on them. They might hiss
Well,
at you and stop, but
they prefer to hunt in the water than out of it.
yeah, they're not like like Cayman or something like that, you know, where they'll actually fucking chase you down, try to kill you.
The caiman lives in the sea. That's a saltwater crocodile,
Yeah, but those motherfuckers will actually chase you if you get close to them.
and they grow fucking big.
Yeah, they do. But I've seen a lot of gators where people have just shoot them off and they ran right back in the water. Like they're not as bad as people like make them out to be. Because like I said, they're more of the ones they'll try to take the easiest meal. They're not
Yeah.
really trying to get a meal. They'll just take whatever the easiest meal is to get.
Mm.
Tampa, lightning capital of the world. Yeah, exactly, Brenda. I don't know, Jim, if you would even be able to go golfing if your hip's that bad, though. A lot of twisting and shit in golfing.
Yeah, the hips are fairly important, but you can still get away without doing that. Just turning your body, your upper body, you can still hit a ball, just not as far.
Oh, Happy Gilmore 2 comes out this year
Yeah, it does.
on Netflix. I can't wait to watch that.
Yeah.
It better be good. That's all I gotta say.
Avatar 3's coming out as well.
Like I wouldn't.
And the new series of Wednesday is due out soon.
And see, I'm one of those ones. Like I'm gonna watch the new Happy Gilmore, and I'm gonna try to not compare it to the original. That way, I can kind of enjoy it for what it is.
Mm.
But hopefully, it's as funny and got a good storyline as the old one. I mean, the old one was kind of. I mean, really, Happy Gilmore was kind of a cheesy movie, but it was. It's a cult classic. It's funny though. The comedy is what made that movie.
It's still overshadowed by Caddyshack, though.
Caddyshack had a lot of big names in it, though. Way more than. I mean, let's be honest. Adam Sandler carried Happy Gilmore. I mean, he was pretty much the main character. Caddyshack had a lot of fucking old school comedy names in it.
Well, yeah, I must admit, I didn't recognize a lot of people in Caddyshack other than the Jaws on it. The big guy that was the caddy. He was in the James Bond movies.
I don't even remember. It's been so many years since I've seen Caddyshack. I haven't watched.
He was the one that had metal teeth. The guy is about 7 foot tall with metal teeth.
I have to go back and watch it. I have not seen that movie in a long ass time.
And wasn't the girl that was in it that fell for Happy Gilmore? Didn't she used to be the cruise director on the Love Boat?
I don't know. I never watched the Love Boat, so I'm not sure. I don't know because she wasn't.
Give me that.
She had to have been young then if she was in the Love Boat, because she was in her probably 30s, late 30s, 40s,
early 20s when she was in the Love Boat, I think.
Yeah, because she would have had to been in her like late 30s, early 40s when she was in Happy Gilmore.
Yeah,
because I think she's in like her 50s or 60s now. Let me look. Let me see here.
I can't even know what she was called.
Let's see here. Let's see the cast. Julia Bowen. And she is 55 now.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, yeah, I thought so. I was expecting 50s or 60s. Let's see here. She was in Multiplicity. Oh yeah, that's right. She was that boat cat. Let's see here. I don't see her. I'm looking at all the movies and TV shows she's
Yeah.
been in. I don't see Love Boat on there anywhere.
Yeah, maybe it wasn't her then. Just looks like her.
Yeah, it's not on her list of movies or TV shows. She was in a lot of TV shows. A lot more TV shows than movies.
Mm.
Let's see. Let's look up Love Boat. We'll see who you're talking about.
She called Julie in Love Boat, I think she was called.
Was it Judy McCoy?
I don't know, her character's name was Julie.
The only one I'm seeing is her name was Judy McCoy in the show, and she does kind of look like the girl you're talking about.
Yeah.
Her name's
Young,
Pat Klaus.
a young blondie.
Yeah, here I'll show if you. I'll show the picture here.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a lot older than the girl you thought she was. She was born
All
in
right.
48.
Ah.
She's 76.
Yeah, that's a bit older.
But she does. I see where you thought it was her, though. She does have a slight resemblance to her.
Yeah.
Because as soon as I saw her picture, I knew that's who you were talking about.
Yeah.
Bill Murray, his brother Chevy Chase, Ted Knight, Rodney Dangerfield. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jim said Mark. No, that's a different girl.
Mm.
Chevy Chase, man, that's sad to see him now too, man. He has aged so bad.
Mm.
Like I know everybody ages, but like it's just sad because like just to see him in all the old shows from like or all the old movies from like the 80s and 90s, and he just doesn't look the same anymore. And he was at a Comic-Con a few years ago, and he could barely walk. Like he came in with a walker, and he had to actually sit down in a chair the whole time while he was doing autographs and stuff for people. You know, because he was kind of like Chris Farley back in the day. He always had so much energy on screen, and he just doesn't have that energy anymore. It's just sad to see that.
Yeah. I mean that golfer made that film though.
I've actually been going back and rewatching Home Improvement with Tim Allen.
Yeah, some of that's funny.
Yeah, I haven't watched Home Improvement in like over 20 years, and they put it on Netflix about a week ago. So I started watching it again. I've been having a good laugh rewatching that. They put all the seasons on Netflix. They wanted to do a remake of that show or not a remake, but they wanted to do like a kind of a sequel to the show of them as like grandparents and stuff. But they said they didn't want to do it because what's his name died, the one Wilson their neighbor Wilson died, and they felt like it wasn't right to redo the show without him.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, that's just understandable. But it would have been nice to still see a new version of that show.
I
The
saw a
Shang-
thing on the other day that the new spin-off from The Big Bang Theory is still going to have Sheldon and Leonard in it. But I think they're the only two out of the originals.
Oh, you should see. Remember Jonathan Taylor Thomas, the heartthrob of the 90s for teenagers, right? Good God, you should see him now.
No.
I mean,
What
he
was
was from Home Improvement. He was the middle
Oh.
child in Home Improvement. He was
Oh,
like the
I don't remember the kids from that.
okay, well, he was like the teen heartthrob from back in the day. You know,
It was
should-
always, what's it? Luke from 90210.
this is what he looks like now. Sarah pulled a picture of him up the other day. She goes, "Oh my God." She goes, "That is not what I remember when I was a child." I was like, because this is what he used to look like here back in the day. But he was like every,
Yeah.
12, 14-year-old's,
Yeah.
fantasy back in the fucking 90s. And now he looks like a fucking complete tard. Just like the one that played the oldest son. God, dude, he looks like a fucking crackhead now. Oh my God, dude, he's been arrested a few times, and yeah, he looks rough. Lauren Teresa played Julie on Love Boat. Jim said.
Hmm?
Or Lauren Teresa played Julie on Love Boat.
Right. Knew it was Julie.
I didn't see anybody with that character name though when I went through all the lists of characters. I didn't see anybody with the screen name Julie. What's up, TJ? How's it going, man? We were just talking about you a little while ago. Jim said he had talked to you on the phone. You were supposed to maybe be coming on. It's just pretty much been me and Mark for like the last 40 minutes.
Something like that.
Because Lance disappeared again and never came back, and Ed left.
Yeah.
Paul left. Oh, we've just been sitting here chilling.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. You coming up on the panel, TJ? Yeah, I'd say out of the movies, I'm wondering what Avatar 3 is going to be about.
It's fire and ash. So it's all about the area of the planet where there's volcanoes and stuff like that.
Oh.
Like the last one was where it was all the sea. This one's going in the opposite direction.
So is it like the humans are going to attack again for the third time?
Yeah, probably.
Like, it's like they keep just redoing the same plot over again,
Yeah.
just in a different location.
Yeah.
It's like, how about the avatars take the fight to Earth?
It's a bit like Back to the Future, really. Same storyline every time, just different place.
But that's what I'm saying. It would be nice to see like the Independence Day, right? Everybody bashed the second one. I thought the second one was fine for what it was. Didn't bother me none. I liked it.
I don't
But
even know whether I watched the second one or not.
it would have been nice to see if they ever do a third one. I think instead of having a fight on Earth, it should be the humans take the fight to the aliens.
Yeah.
And same with like Avatar. Maybe have the avatars take the fight to Earth.
Mm.
I don't know. It's just I hate when they do the same storyline over and over again.
Is that TJ?
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't mind the second. I didn't mind the second Independence
Okay.
Day.
What's
Hey,
up, y'all?
DJ.
I just didn't like the fact Will Smith wasn't in it because I think he should have been in it. But
How
they
come
killed
Paul left?
Mm.
because Paul's old. He was
Oh
tired.
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
He's not
I
like
guess he got
young.
it. I guess he got his truck back all right.
Yeah, he's not
Yeah,
young and hip.
yesterday.
He's not young and hip like Mark is.
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah, he's a good 7 years older than me.
Your guys' age, that makes a big difference.
Yeah, it does.
yeah,
It
I
does.
went out. I went out and flew a little bit this morning. I met this girl who does like she does like I think she's an author. Like she writes books or whatever. And there's this hotel called Aloft, and like we went up this elevator, and like up top there's a huge like deck area with a bar, and then it's got like like a couple of like lounge areas and shit, and then there's a couple of those air chairs, like the little swinging chairs or whatever. And she was wanting me to do some drone footage and stuff for her. So we were up there and showing her all the things the drone can do and stuff. And she's like, "Whoa, my God, that's amazing!" So she's getting this big. She's having this big, huge on this big, huge function going on. I think like the 26th of this month that she wants me to come to. And so it's probably going to open a lot of doors for me because there's going to be like other authors and shit there and like a whole bunch of other people. And so that'll like open doors for me to like maybe get other jobs or whatever. But, I told her, like I only have my recreational license, but, I just need to sit down with somebody and have them walk me through like with the 107 course. I mean, I think I could do it on my own, but I was telling Jim, I'm such a big procrastinator and shit. It's like, yeah, I'll do it. I'll eventually do it. And I
think
need
it's a
somebody.
little bit more than just a walkthrough, TJ.
Yeah.
That's something you
Well, you
definitely have to make
Matty's got his 107, hasn't he?
Yeah, Matt's got his, yeah. And then I know
Fly
Al. Al's got his too, so.
Well, technically, you
If
could
he
have,
was with you, you could fly under their 107.
Yeah.
and then just split the profit. But that's something you definitely have to make sure they understand that is they cannot be paying you and you can't be doing stuff. Because I don't even think even if they don't pay you, I don't think they can use the footage to make money off of.
You're not allowed to do unpaid work unless it's under 107 either.
Yeah, because I think if they make money off the video, you could still get in trouble. Now, granted, whether they ever fucking look into that shit, I don't know. FAA's got a lot of other problems going on right now. But
officially,
just be careful.
You can even fly up.
Yeah.
I think officially,
Jim,
you can't even fly and inspect your own roof unless you've got a Part 107.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure on that, but I would be careful, TJ. Just,
Right.
And if you do get these doors open, like you say, you definitely are going to have to jump on that right away, because these people are not going to want to sit around and wait for you for months and months. They'll find somebody else to do it.
Yeah.
Like you're going to have to get that shit done within a few weeks, probably.
You've got the course. Just settle down and watch it.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know, just like listening to somebody talking on a screen, just like, so bored listening to this.
I'm gonna agree with you 100%. Those courses are fucking mind numbing.
Yeah.
I totally understand what you're saying, because I am really good at taking tests and stuff. I usually will ace every test I take. But as far as just sitting and watching 100 videos in a row, yeah, that shit's mind numbing.
Yeah.
So I understand that. Like I said, if they really do want you to do work for them, you're gonna have to jump on that shit quick.
Yeah. Gotta put my mind to it and just fucking do it.
But like I said, be careful with the whole doing videos for them, and unless you can
Yeah.
have somebody there that can just sit with you, that doesn't mind sitting with you, that has a 107, as long as they're there
Yeah.
with you.
I might call Matt. I'll probably end up calling Matt and see if he wants to tag along just to be sure or whatever.
Because the thing is what you could do is you get the people's information and you keep that information to yourself and you set up jobs and then have Matt go with you and then you guys could split the profit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You could, you know what I'm saying? And then you, like I said, you don't give out any information to anybody. You keep all that to yourself. And when somebody calls and says, "Hey, I got a job," you call Matt up and say, "Hey, we got a job scheduled for this date, whatever," or whoever it might be that you have come help you. And you just split the profit.
Yeah.
Or you lining the jobs up. Because you don't even have to do the flying. You could have somebody else do it.
I
Like
mean,
you could have,
Matt's
yeah.
working now, isn't he?
Yeah, he works. He helps his wife out at where she works at the dollar store.
Yeah.
So
Well, we'll see what happens with that and make proper plans when it comes around.
Mm.
So what is this girl like? What kind of books does she write?
well, I think she was holding a. Oh, let me see. No, because I thought no, I can't. No, I don't have the.
Whatever
app on
kind
my-
of, whatever
I
kind
bet-
of book it is, it's not one that TJ's.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, not one that not one that I. But I think
TJ
they were like.
TJ said,
I couldn't-
TJ said, I think it was I think it was a book on memory loss or something, but I can't remember.
Fuck on memory loss. That's funny. That's pretty good. Just yeah, exactly, Jim. I know. Just got to put my mind to it and just stay focused on it.
It is like I said, I understand what you mean though by that because it is like those that I've been through that what was it, the pilot 101 or whatever's course. I bought the course like 4 or 5 years ago and then
Yeah.
I got through about 20 videos and I was just like, oh my fucking God.
Hmm.
I was like, and then by the time you get to the 20th video, you're starting to forget what the first video was about. It's just like,
And then when you get to do the test, you find out that they've changed everything from half of the videos.
yeah, it's something that you have to jump on and you have to do within a couple weeks time. Like you can't sit around for months and months and months studying because by the time you've learned shit, like Mark said, that some of the shit might change. And the FAA right now, like I said, is going through a big transformation
Mm.
because of all the plane crashes and stuff. Now they're starting to redo a lot of stuff. So I can see a lot of regulations are going to probably change in the next 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, it always gets me how they've got all them fucking sectional charts in them courses for the 107, as if they are of any use whatsoever to us.
They're really not. I mean, you could try to find a reason why you would need to know that, but and make it fit. But at the end of the day, you really don't need to know that.
Well, I appreciate that, Brenda.
Like, and sectional charts are not something that's like super easy to learn either.
No.
Without somebody that can literally walk you through it. Like Jim from Above and Beyond Drones, we were doing like private like lessons on Zoom for a couple of weeks before he had disappeared, and yeah, he was teaching me sectional charts, and I'll tell you what, just looking at him, you would never figure out a sectional chart unless somebody really sat down and went over it with you in detail.
Wait, did you say sexual charts?
Sectional. For fuck's
Yeah.
sake.
Bad as Paul.
Filling in for fucking Paul now.
No, because let's see. Because I think it was Dusty or one of the other guys had sent me, if I could find them, not in this one.
I think TJ would benefit from actually sitting with somebody and learning the shit than watching a video myself.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I can, like TJ said before, he's not good at bookwork and like taking tests and stuff. So you'd probably benefit from actually sitting with somebody and going over the information. Where you could ask questions and they can answer you right away versus you just watching a video trying to find the answer to your question.
I have I don't know where they are though. Oh.
Yeah, because it's not too easy to guess either. Because although there's usually one answer that's obviously not right, there's one answer that looks like it might be right but might not be.
And I don't know. I'm wondering if on that 107 test, I don't think there's any write-in questions. I think it's all just multiple.
Yeah, it's all
choice.
multiple choice. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I hate tests that are write-in.
Yeah, 'cause I got this. I think this is like one of the study books right here that you get or whatever, and then I got this one which has like all the charts and shit in it that you need to know.
Like when I had took the test for the school board, it was like an 80 question test. I think I only missed 1 or 2 on it. And if it wasn't for me, the 5 girls behind me would have failed the fucking test. Because half the questions were right in. You had to actually write the answer in. It wasn't like multiple choice.
Yeah.
You had to write the answer in on the questions?
On the test I took for the school board, I did.
No.
You're lucky though, because the 107 is all multiple choice, so you don't have to write anything in. You just have to pick the right answer.
I used to hate doing exams where they had to do essays.
Oh yeah.
Hated writing essays.
I had to do one in high school. I had to do a 2,000 word essay on a pencil. So I had to dive into the history of how pencils were made, and yeah, I mean, you would think that it was
changing from charcoal to graphite. Yeah,
it was like, and that's the whole thing is like when you're in high school and your teacher tells you that, you're thinking, well, how much is there really to a fucking pencil? And it throws you off. But then if you actually dig into the history of a pencil, you can actually write a 2,000 word essay on it.
Yeah.
But that's what he would do. He'd pick random shit and then tell you to write an essay on it as your end of the year essay. And it would be like he would tell you at the beginning of the year, you had the whole year to write it. And it was just for the end.
I could manage that if I got a year to write it.
And you would get it within like the first month or 2 of school, and then he would tell you, this is the end of your year essay. And then he would give you just a random object to write it on. Somebody might have had a stapler, or somebody might have had a keyboard or whatever. Like it was just mine was I ended up getting stuck with a pencil. I got a B+ on it, I think, if I remember correctly. A lot of shit was just copy paste.
Yeah. Sorry, sir. I'm going to need a bigger pencil.
Well, Jim. To be honest, it was an outdoor bargain. There was a TV up there, and it did have there were a couple of these.
That's all I was thinking about.
They were like these ceramic ducks or whatever, like all these ducks all over the place. So
TJ's like, if I do your drone footage, do I get a swinging chair? That's all I want to know. I get my own swinging chair.
Can I just take one of these home with me? That's all I need to know.
Can I have that?
Can I have that?
She's like, if you do a good enough job on this video, one day you can have your own swinging chair.
Yeah.
That's all TJ heard.
That's funny. That's pretty good. No, he said sectional, but it did sound like sexual chart.
Yeah, he was thinking about the swinging chairs and all that. And he heard sexual charts.
Yeah, that's what it was.
He was like swinging chairs, charts, sex chairs.
Mm.
That's how he was making the connection in his head.
That's funny. Yeah, because you like when you're talking to somebody on the phone and you're spelling something for them, they always say A, Alpha, B, Bravo, C, Charlie. They always use like that lingo or whatever, but I just make up my own shit.
It's called the phonetic alphabet, TJ.
Oh yeah. What is it? The what alphabet?
Phonetic.
Oh, ding dong. There's Paul. Did you did you have a nice little nap?
Yeah, I did actually.
Oh, okay.
Well, I had other things I had to do, but yes,
Uh,
I got a little bit of a snooze in between.
Because
there you go.
think I do think there was a couple questions on the test dealing with sectional charts. Last time somebody said they took it.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm pretty
Oh.
sure they did have. Yeah.
But the thing is there we go. But the thing is he doesn't have to score very high on the test anyway. You only have to get like a 70 or something. So you can miss quite a few questions.
Mm.
I think it's a 100 question test or something. Something like that. It's not, I want to say it's like 60 or 100 questions, and you can miss like 20 or 25 of them. You miss quite a few of them.
Like our, it's like your trust test kind of thing for our Flyers ID is a 40 question multiple choice thing. But it is literally only on the regulation. There's nothing like that.
Right.
And I think I got.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Got any wrong? I think I got 40 out of 40.
I got 100 on the trust test, but you couldn't fill that anyway.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, if you failed it, you could just start again and do it again.
That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
In fact, if you wanted to, because
That's
there was,
good.
I don't think there was a time limit on it. You could actually look the answers up while you were doing it because it was online.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's the only reason they don't make the 1 to 7
That's funny.
Yeah.
online for the first initial test, because that's exactly what people would do.
Yeah.
Because you'd have people posting fucking the answers and shit to YouTube.
Yeah.
That's goodness.
I mean, the A2 CFC, which until we actually get C-class drones sorted out in the UK, is a waste of time taking anyway. You could take it online during COVID, but you had to have a separate video call going on,
Oh, goodness.
watching you, so that like an examiner could actually watch you do the test to make sure you didn't do any cheating.
That's how they do gaming competitions too. You have to have cameras on you.
Yeah.
Make sure you're not using a cheat program.
Yeah.
Like a mod menu. He's laughing so hard it's killing his fucking microphone. Why couldn't you do that?
Yeah, Mark, come on, get into the laugh mode, will you?
Oh no, I don't feel like laughing.
DJ's doing enough for everybody.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Breathe, GJ, breathe.
He's literally killing his microphone.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah. That's funny. Oh, that's
DJ,
pretty
don't ever
good.
live in an apartment.
I know. I know. I know. I
You're
know.
killing your neighbors.
I know. I know. Oh, that's funny. That's
Paul's
pretty
pushing
good.
buttons again.
Paul just gone again.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I think he pushed the wrong button.
That's funny. That's pretty good. That's funny. Oh goodness. Oh me. Well, I hope my backpack comes today.
Oh, you got a new backpack coming?
Well, I won that one from Chuck and Lori when they did that. They had that multiple. They did a multiple choice. They had a video, and
Oh, like a contest?
choice kind of deal, and you had to guess where Chuck and Lori were, and
TJ, your sound cut out. TJ, your sound cut out. Your sound cut out, TJ. Oh, there you go. Now you're back.
okay. Could y'all still hear me though?
No.
For the last like 10 seconds, no, you cut out. You didn't have any
Oh.
audio.
But so anyway, I won the backpack. It was like a they put a link in the chat to where you could take the multiple choice questionnaire kind of deal, and you had to, and there were a bunch of videos, and you had to guess like where they were, what the music was from, or whatever. And so like apparently I had guessed all of them right, and I'd won. And Lori messaged me on Facebook Messenger and told me I won. I was like, really? And she said, yeah. I was like, holy shit. I just took a wild shot in the dark.
What kind of backpack is it? Like a
I think it's like it got his it's I'm assuming it's probably gonna look like red and white with his logo on it, and then he put a bunch of stuff inside the backpack. So I'm gonna take a picture of it and post it on Facebook, and then do an unbagging video on YouTube.
unbagging video.
Yeah.
Unbagging.
Debagging.
Debagging.
An unbagging video.
What's up?
Dusty.
What's up, Dusty?
Dusty.
He's like, I'm gonna be doing a teabagging video later.
Teabagging video.
Well, I reordered that paint stick for my car. It's supposed to be here tomorrow. We'll see if they get it right this time.
You sent it back, the one that you got?
No, I
No,
told them, I
you
said,
get
I'm not. No, they gave me the credit back for the money I spent on it. Plus, they gave me the shipping money back and they gave me a $10 courtesy credit for their fuck up. But I reordered it, but I reordered it from a different seller. So I'm hopefully it comes right this time.
Oh,
They're both shipped by Amazon. They're just not different sellers. So still don't know what I'm gonna do with this fucking poor plastic bullshit. I'll fuck around with it on something, see what it does.
oh, there you go.
Look it up on YouTube. Somebody's bound to have a video on it.
Yeah, I haven't really looked into it. I just Googled it the other day when I got it, and I was like, what the fuck is this? But it comes with it's a paint stick that, and then it has a little like file so you clean the scratch out from any rust or anything or whatever, it might be a chip. If there's any rust, you clean it out with that, then you put the paint on, and then you flip it over and it's got a clear coat you put over it.
Right. How is it? Like a marker pen?
Kind of, yeah. It looks like a big thick marker pen.
Mm.
Now I'm just gonna fill in there's a couple little dings, like little paint chips on the hood, just nothing big, just little like literally pin sized dots. I'm just gonna touch up and fix.
Is Lance still here, or is he?
He hasn't been here in like 40 minutes. I don't think he's here anymore.
I see his name, but he's muted though, unless he was using like his other camera or whatever.
Well, he's at work, isn't he?
Yeah.
It depends on whether he forgot to turn his phone zoom off or whether it's his one from school.
Oh, it just disappeared.
No, I just kicked him off.
Oh.
Because he wasn't here. Nah, fuck that. I'm not fucking with no newer stereos. Screw that noise.
Wait, what happened?
Car stereos these days, man, you better know what the fuck you're doing because there's so much shit connected into them.
Justin's repair shop.
No, there's one scratch on the door, and then there's a little chip of paint behind one of the door handles. And then there's a couple little chips on the hood that I want to just touch up so they don't get worse. But like I said, what it is a pin, and on the tip there's a little file. You just file out the scratch a little bit, clean it out. Then you put the paint on there, and then once it dries after about 20 minutes, 30 minutes, then you take the clear coat and you just put a little dab of clear coat over it.
You got to be really careful using them kind of things. You can make it look worse than it was when it was just a scratch if you're not careful.
What I'll do is I'll try it on just one and then see how it turns out. If it looks okay, then I'll do the rest of them. I'm not going to just do all of them in one go. That's what I was going to do originally. Was just going to try one and see how it looked.
Yeah, do one that's unobtrusive. Hidden away somewhere. In fact, the best way to try it is actually to open the hood and put a little scratch in the paintwork.
Oh, yeah, up under
inside the bonnet, and then repair that and see what it looks like.
That's a good idea. Yeah, I'll try that. It's actually not a bad idea.
What color is the thing that you got, the tube or whatever? What color is it?
It's white, and it's actually the white color that's for the particular year model Fords that my car is. So it's supposed to match the paint.
And what color is your car?
White.
Oh, okay.
But it had a listing and it had all the cars from Ford for the different years and stuff that color was supposed to match. So
do you know what the acronym? You ever heard the acronym for Ford?
Yeah. Was it,
Found on road dead.
yeah.
Uh,
Well, I look at it, is all car companies have their really shitty cars and they all have their little gems.
Yeah.
And they-
I had my Ford Cortina for about 11 years before it went dead.
I think there might be an acronym for Kia, but I don't know what it is.
I hate the new Kia logo that they're using now. And what's funny is because it looks like a K and N, but it's supposed to be a KIA.
Oh, like
But
how the letters are connected or whatever.
Yeah, because they didn't put the slash through the A part, so it doesn't look like an A. And if you go
Yeah.
on Google, Google actually won't recognize it will actually recognize it as KN when you look up Kia. Because so many people have put in what is KN? Because they don't know what car brand it is because they don't realize it's Kia.
KN booth. What's it? Air filters
Yeah, air filters,
and
yeah.
induction kits.
But people would put in there what car brand is KN and it comes up automatically as Kia. But Google has recognized so many people don't understand what the logo is that they've actually they're like a search algorithm has learned that that's what it is.
Yeah,
But see,
like this
right,
one right
and
here.
it's supposed to be KI in the middle, and then that's supposed to be an
Yeah.
A, but they didn't put a slash through the A, so it doesn't
Yeah,
look like an A.
Yeah, it does look like KN really now that you look at it. Like
Yeah.
what the heck is that?
Now, once you know that says Kia, you can see it.
Yeah.
If you didn't know that that was Kia and you just looked at it, you would assume that was a K and an N, because that's what it looks like.
Right.
If they would have put the little slash through the A, it would have been a lot more noticeable. I think it would have stood out a lot more.
Right. They all just like connected all the letters. It looks like just two.
I don't know. I was looking at a couple of their. I've looked at a couple of their SUVs. They're actually pretty nice. They seem to be
Yeah.
pretty popular. I see a lot of their SUVs around.
Oh yeah, that's a good one, Dusty. Killed in action.
Yeah.
I know Kias are one of the cars that I've seen on YouTube. A lot of mechanic channels. They say that's one of the cars they hate the most are Kias. And one guy has a big YouTube channel. He walked around. He's got this massive garage. He's got like 15 mechanics working up in there. And he walked around and asked all of them, "What's the one car you hate the most?" And about every one of them said Kia.
They're Korean, aren't they? I think.
I thought they were like a European brand. I don't know. Let me see.
No, I think they're Korean.
Yeah, it's owned by Hyundai Motor Group.
Mm.
So Hyundai owns them.
Well, they're not European either.
No. It's Japanese, ain't it?
No, I think it's Korean.
Is Hyundai Korean? Kia is a South Korean multinational automobile manufacturer, not Chinese or Japanese. Yeah, you were right.
And there used to be a car called the Proton, which was Malaysian. And all they did was buy up all the molds for making the panels of I think it was the Honda Accord.
I don't know where Paul went, Brenda. I'm not sure what he did.
Basically made the same car.
All right, well, I think I'm gonna jump off and find me something to eat around this damn house.
Yeah,
But
I'm ready to jump off too.
Yeah, might as well now.
yeah,
All
I'll
right.
catch y'all later.
Later.
All right,
Yeah.
take care.
All right, everybody in the chat, we'll catch y'all again later. I'll see you later, Mark.
Yep, see you just.
Bye.
Bye.